Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're all having a lovely Wednesday morning. Today, I'm going to be discussing a piece of news from the Consumer Product Safety Commission. This is a consumer protection agency in the United States, and it looks like they're at least trying to do their job. It says over here that they find Amazon responsible under federal safety law for hazardous products sold by third-party sellers on Amazon.com. Amazon is a website where you could buy just about anything that you want. And the people that are selling there, it's not just LG setting up their store. It's not just Amazon selling their products. Any Tom, Dick, or Harry can go to Amazon and sell products. This is a fine thing in the same way that anybody can go to YouTube and upload a video. It's nice to democratize the marketplace so that people who do not feel like torturing themselves with Magento and other stuff like that can actually set up a store and get access to hundreds of millions of customers. This can be a good thing. The problem is when dangerous products are being sold, and I've gone over that in several of my videos. Here, I'm showing you electrical crimps, and I'm comparing and contrasting a high-quality Home Depot crimp to a piece of garbage that was sold on Amazon. Over here, I'm showing you their electrical fuses. At one point, what I did is I actually left the room. I went to take a piss. I went to the bathroom. I went to take a phone call. I got a bottle of water. And after all of this, the fuse that I was putting 6 amps through, that was a 2 amp fuse, did not blow. I decided after several minutes at 6 amps, I'm going to up it to 8 amps. And it just kept going for about another minute. And it wasn't until I put 10 amps through that 2 amp fuse that it finally blew. Here, we're not talking about something like a knockoff shirt or even a knockoff Rolex or something. I'm not saying that that would be right if you sold shirts of poor quality or a counterfeit Rolex, but these are not things that are going to kill somebody. Whereas electrical devices, where you have faked ratings on them or you have done some sort of poor job in constructing them, can genuinely hurt people. Now, the problem that I have here is not that Amazon allows anybody to sell on the platform. The problem is that no matter how many reports they get, they keep the product up. My channel has 2 million subscribers. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to say I'm better than you. Rather, I'm saying that to demonstrate that, if they don't care when I say it, then they're not going to care when you say it, much for certainly. It's to demonstrate not how great I am, but it's to demonstrate just how little they give a shit about you, because you're the person who's going to buy this. This video is about 1 million views at this point, and this video over here has about over 250,000 views. Now, many of my viewers have recreated this experiment. They've done it because I showed you exactly what tools you needed and how to run it over here with the resistors and the power supplies and everything, and they have reported these devices to Amazon as unsafe because there's a link on the page where you can do that. In spite of the fact that many people have reported these products as unsafe, and as you can see on the page over here, you're still able to purchase this product almost 8 months later. Now, one of the other things you may notice is the review. You'll see that the reviews are very good for this product, and there's many of them. And a big part of that, in my opinion, is because a lot of people get these things in the mail. It is a gift card that you can use, and in order to get the gift card activated, the seller wants you to leave a 5-star review of their particular product. And this doesn't really seem to be policed. I imagine that if they are not policing products that are actually dangerous, that could potentially kill people on their platform as a result of electrical fires or mishaps, that there's probably not a lot of policing going on of gift card pay-to-play scams. It's obvious that a platform the size of Amazon cannot police all of their products. But the point that I wanted to make with this one is even when it was a genuinely dangerous product, and even when it was somebody with 2 million subscribers that's somewhat known for some reputation in electronics repair, that they are not going to take it seriously. It's not just when it's you, it's virtually anybody. They don't care about anybody. And the problem here is that it's gotten to a point where it's so obnoxious that these regulatory agencies are saying, you know what? I don't care if you're a platform, we're going to hold you accountable and responsible anyway. Over here, it says that they are issuing a decision in an order. In a unanimous vote, the commission determined that Amazon was a distributor of products that are defective or fail to meet federal consumer product safety standards, and therefore bears legal responsibility for their recall. More than 400,000 products are subject to this order, specifically faulty carbon monoxide detectors, hair dryers without electrocution protection, and children's sleepwear that violated federal flammability standards. The commission determined that these products listed on Amazon.com and sold by third-party sellers using the Fulfilled by Amazon program pose a substantial product hazard under the Consumer Product Safety Act. Further, Amazon failed to notify the public about these hazardous products and did not take adequate steps to encourage its customers to return or destroy them. Did I just say customers? I did, didn't I? Wow. Thereby leaving consumers at substantial risk of injury. Amazon argued before an administrative law judge in the commission that it was not a distributor and bore no responsibility for the safety of the products sold under its Fulfilled by Amazon program. And this is the part that's particularly egregious. Again, to be clear, I understand the idea that Amazon, if you want to have a marketplace, if you want to have an eBay, if you want to have an Amazon, you cannot have an eBay or an Amazon and expect a company to inspect everything. And that's not what people are asking. The reason I think we've gotten to this point is because they have so egregiously given a middle finger to every single person that has ever reported an issue with a product. How many people here have left a negative review for a product on Amazon only for that negative review to not show up? The reason that we are where we are is because Amazon has decided to give the middle finger to everybody who purchased a bad product. Personally speaking, as much as I want to see Amazon get screwed as a result of ignoring consumers and having absolutely no concern whatsoever about their safety, this is a decision that I have a little bit of pause with. Amazon is a platform, right? So if Amazon is a platform and you are going to hold them personally responsible for what happens on the platform, does that mean that YouTube has to get held responsible for what people say on its platform? Like it's one of those questions of the slippery slope thing for me. I have absolutely no problem with Amazon getting screwed, but the problem is you're screwing Amazon because they were very, very irresponsible, and they went out of their way to give everybody a middle finger when it came to product safety or caring about their customers. So now does that mean that everybody is going to have to deal with that as a result? Personally, I think that this may be a step in the right direction. When you go to Uniqlo or H&M or Macy's or JCPenney or even Goodwill, you're probably not going to find clothing for children that doesn't meet basic fire retardant standards. Home Depot may sell you a vacuum cleaner that doesn't have the nicest HEPA filtration. They may not sell your preferred brand of acoustic insulation, but the stuff that you buy from there, it's not going to burn your house down. It's not going to give you cancer if you look at it the wrong way, the same way that some products on Amazon are going to. They have some sort of like realization that if we sell complete and utter garbage, we will get in trouble for it, that Amazon doesn't. So as much as this gives me pause into the whole holding platforms accountable for what users do on them thing, I do think Amazon has acted shittily enough in this case that I'm okay with it happening. My one concern here is not even necessarily it happening. My primary concern is that they get a slap on the wrist. So one of the things that I've talked about on this channel when it comes to the FTC and the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, that is where a company cannot void your warranty because you've removed the sticker of something, or you had your product serviced by an independent technician because an independent technician replaced your windshield wipers. Now your transmission is not covered on your Ford Fiesta, that kind of thing. Now, the FTC has the right to fine people considerably for this behavior. This is a fight that they had with Harley-Davidson over trying to avoid people's warranties when they had a third party fix their product. And they said over here that the agency is going to require companies to fix warranties and come clean with customers. And the part that really disturbs me is when you scroll all the way down over here where it says that the FTC is able to seek civil penalties of up to $46,517 per violation in federal court. Do you know how much money they fined Harley-Davidson in this case? Do you know how much money they fined anybody in these cases? There were notices sent to many appliance manufacturers who were also in their own customer service scripts telling people things that cut directly against the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. And US PIRG has a great report on this. Nathan Proctor and Kevin O'Reilly have done amazing work documenting all of this stuff. And in spite of this, they have just essentially ignored it. And the reason that they've ignored it is because there is a $0 fine. It doesn't matter what you are able to seek, nor does up to matter. Up to, when we're talking about the FTC or a consumer protection agency fining somebody, is very similar to up to when we're talking about Spectrum Internet. I pay for gigabit Ethernet at my house. I also am supposedly paying for 40 or 50 megabit per second up. Up to. And dare I say it, even in these cases, Spectrum Internet is getting me closer to what I'm paying for than the FTC is getting to the fines, because this fine over here is a fine of $0. Up to $46,000 in this case actually meant zero. Another case of this that may blackpill people who are in the audience was with the FCC. So there's a video that I did a while back where I went over the fact that every single wireless carrier illegally sold your personal data, whether it was to bail bondsmen or advertisers. They just had a good old blast selling it to everybody. I'll include all the documentation for that down below. Now, as you can see over here, they're talking about the fines. They face fines of more than 12 million, 80 million, 57 million. Verizon was fined almost 47 million. And when you take a look at the 10Q or the 10K, in this case the 10K because it is annually for these companies, when you do the math on this, you have a company that made something around 20 billion, then lost 8 billion, made 14 billion. Back of the napkin math, they're making something along the lines of $8 billion a year in profit, not income, profit. And then you look at this and they're getting fined less than $100 million for illegally selling all of your personal data in spite of their privacy policy and in spite of what is allowed by law. Do you think AT&T cares? They got fined less than 1%. Not even 1% their worth. Not 1% their 1% their net profit per year. They don't care. None of these carriers care. They're laughing at the FCC. They're doing this to the consumer. They sold your data, they made the money off of it, and then they got fined 0.2% or 0.5% of their net profit for the year. What's really going to matter here, and how we're going to figure out if this has teeth, is going to be in the fine. Is this going to be like what the FCC did, where they fined this company 0.2% of their net profit for the year? Is this going to be like the FTC finding companies that broke the Magnuson-Moss warranty law, where they were fined $0? Or is this going to be something real? Is it going to be something tangible? Is it going to be the type of fine or action that finally, someday, results in this product not being on Amazon.com? Is it going to result in Amazon finally going after people who do this? We're giving you a $30 gift card. We want you to give us a 5-star review. Please give us a 5-star review. We will pay you for it. People in my audience have reported this to Amazon. They do nothing. They don't care. I'm hoping that the Consumer Product Safety Commission causes them to care. I'm hoping that they have the ability to hit them with something that matters. Sometimes I wonder if the reason that there are these particular caps on the fines are because the law hasn't been amended since 1962. You're like, back in my day, a gallon of milk cost a nickel, like that kind of thing. You know, like I remember. I really do wonder if that's the case. And if that is the case, then like, why doesn't somebody update that shit? Clinty. The thing is, I don't even blame Amazon for what they're doing. I don't blame them. Like, I'm not even mad at Amazon because Amazon is like Clinton. Clinty, come over here. Show everybody else. Amazon is like Mr. Clinton the cat. You as the customer are like the chair. Amazon is supposed to try and scratch the chair. I would never get mad at Mr. Clinton for scratching the chair because he is a cat. However, our consumer protection agencies are supposed to put up scratching posts, and they're supposed to police this so that Amazon doesn't scratch the chair. Like, he's going to scratch my chair. That's what he does. He's a cat. I cannot be mad at him for this. But I will be mad at the consumer protection agencies that do nothing and allow you to get screwed while they pay a 0.2% fine after screwing you over. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. By the way, you may have noticed that this video sounded slightly different. Maybe it sounded like Lewis after swallowing a bottle of benzodiazepines, and that's not the case, even though it probably sounds like it. One of the criticisms I've gotten for a long period of time is you talk too fast, you sound like you've done a bunch of blow, I have to watch your videos in 0.5x, and I've decided to try a different approach. When I do these videos, it's kind of like a ventriloquist with a puppet. It's very awkward to have a puppet on your hand and be talking, so they often have a different voice for the puppet, maybe a little bit of a different personality for the puppet, and this is the same thing here. The views that I share with you on this channel are the same views that I would share in person. I don't wear different clothes so that I can try and sell you on crap that I wouldn't wear otherwise because I'm being paid for it. I don't like have a special apartment so that I can show myself off as an influencer. What you see is what you get. However, in order to speak into a camera, which is a lens where I see a reflection of my shirt, I need to do something to make that work. It's not natural. It's speaking to people in real life, like that's doable. Speaking into a camera, it's just fucking weird. I don't know how to put it. And there's a character that I've created that allows me to do that without feeling like I'm insane. And ironically, the character itself actually seems insane, but it allows me to feel more sane when I'm done. When I finish one of these videos, I actually feel like I've gotten my artistic outlet done for the day, and it allows me to go about my day in peace. It allows me to talk to people like I normally talk to people. It allows me to, go to the gym, go for a swim, work on my business, take a college course, whatever it is I need to do. If I don't do a video bombastically, I actually feel like, I'm not kidding, I actually feel like I'm holding and having a piss. It's like that. It's something that it comes out in a natural way. People may think that this is the natural way, but I don't think it is. It actually feels really fucking weird. Anyway, I'm going to include a community poll down below. If you prefer Lewis pretending he's on benzos because you don't have to watch the video very fast or very slow, have to slow it down, then you can vote for that. If you find this Lewis as weird as I do, you can vote for that as well. Anyway, that's it for today. And before I end the video, there is something that I do have to put on camera. One moment. Turn the air conditioner off here. Yo, man, you're gonna blow out their ears. Oh, you can't blow out their ears like that, boy. Alright, the air conditioner's off, so hopefully you can hear the kitty more. Clinton's 15 now. Hey. This isn't OnlyFans, bro. What are you doing? Put that shit down. At least you're not doing it to the camera. I have 2 vacuums, 2 floor cleaners, a duster, a bunch of microfibers. I actually have this giant air shield as well. Check this out. This is my air filter. It's gigantic. I love my kitty, but I don't want to have a house that's filled with cat hair. Very difficult to do, but I achieve it. Not easy. Why do you keep going off camera, man? Come on. Get back here. All right, boy. Time for me to get up. Gotta go, Mr. Clinty. Come on, boy. Come on. Ah, fine, you can stay. I'll go. It's a good thing that this desk wraps around so I can get some work done.